with a Boba Fett swagger and the Jedi's in sight. It's a comic book cocktail, shaken and stirred. We're the coolest cats in the whole nerd herd. Grab your badge.
You know what? I missed that song over these last several weeks.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. Well, and then I was looking down to share, and I just looked up, and I saw the 40K guy, because we've been doing Warhammer here so much, and I was like, ooh, what's that? And got interested. And I realized, oh, that's
whatever
us.
the hell AI came up with. I think I used VO3 on that one.
We were talking about that earlier today because we're having a big conversation about AI.
Yeah.
We'll hit that when we talk about AI here shortly. Sorry, I'm trying to share this.
Fair warning to everybody, this is going to be an AI-heavy show because when we got on to the pre-show and we're discussing what we were each bringing to the board tonight, John was like, oh, we were talking about this AI art stuff. And I was like, dude, I've got so much AI stuff. Oh, man.
Well, and my problem was one of my big topics tonight is the fact that San Diego Comic-Con and stuff has made announcements about their AI art.
Yeah.
And I was even like, well, we're going to definitely talk about that. But I have.
Didn't they make all of it illegal?
Or more or less, yeah.
Not illegal, forbidden.
But yeah. They basically San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con said no AI art is allowed at all in the con, which is a good thing. We'll hit it here in a bit. And because it is a topic that I think warrants a discussion. I apologize. I'm still trying to share. There we go. Nope. I cannot share this for some reason. We're live, but it's just not letting me share it.
You can't share.
Yeah.
Let me know if you don't get it. I'll go ahead. Head over to the Book of Faces. And we will get this up.
All right. That's all right.
Okay, where am I
so Concast, a couple guys sitting around just talking geek shit about their week. That's all we're doing.
There we were.
Yeah. So this week we're going to talk AI printer stuff as usual. We do know Cookie's not going to be here this week. He was on his way. It's a little weird now with him living halfway across town. So we're going to get him set up. He was really wanting to go to Wichita game today too and stream it. And I was like, oh man, we just don't have that kind of time. So
game and stream it.
Yeah, he wanted to go up to the borough and game this week and stream it for a Concast episode. And we're like, oh, that sounds fun and all, but it's going to take a little work, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it is something to work towards. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not saying no, nay, never. But it's a little short notice.
Yeah. So anyhow, shoot, I'm trying to think now. Oh, Geekgasms and everything this week. We missed last week. I wasn't feeling real great. I apologize for that. So we're back this week, but I was able to sit down last week. And since my printers are going and everything now, I got to paint for the first time in a while. And I was happy with that. So I was going to show what I did last week. I painted a Chewbacca, which is downstairs. And you may have seen this when you came over. I don't know. He-Man's not done.
You didn't show me anything.
Okay. I'm also working on this big dinosaur for Kelly. So He-Man here is not done, but Battle Cat is done. So I made this whole thing. And this is the one I was going to have you print the torches so they'd light up.
Yeah.
It's not going to transfer well on here, but I've been very happy with Battle Cat in the base. I got to get some pieces still on it. But I'm hoping to have this thing done this week, and then I'm just going to put it up for sale online just because I wanted to do a He-Man thing. I like the way it looks. But
nice. Now,
not enough to have it on one of my shelves.
We were talking about those torches. Are you going to try doing, because I've seen, people who can paint like you, not like me, do directional painting so it looks like a light is coming from a direction. Are you going to do the torch as a color and then try to do a directional light on the side of the Battle Cat and stuff?
That's my plan. I doubt you can really tell up at the front here. You got a little light reflection. Yeah, it looks
inside.
better in
Yeah.
person than it does on the screen. I tried to do there. So the idea is with these torches, I was hoping to get the airbrush out and real lightly mist up in here and make it look like it's shining light up on them.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off or not. I'm going to try it.
That looks cool. I mean,
I'm liking it. And I'm liking being able to paint and sculpt and everything again now that this 3D printer is going. One moment, please. Yeah. Printer went down. So, yeah, I got to do that. I got to do a lot of painting last week. So I really enjoyed that. And that was going to be my geekgasm. And then Gabe went and ruined it because, my son decided he loves hearing about all the 3D printing we're doing, the gaming we're doing. And he's been wanting to get in Warhammer forever. And I keep telling him, don't. Warhammer's fun and all, but it is an expensive hobby that just zaps.
He'd be much better off just doing crack. Financially.
And I told him if you just go get a 3D printer, it'd make it a lot cheaper and stuff. So him and Diego split, got a nice Anycubic, and he has been started printing Custodes army, and Diego's doing the new version of the squad army. So it got me started printing. So I've been printing all sorts of stuff. I even got here. I'm doing my squats and dwarfs, but this is my war wagon for my my orcs. It's a battle wagon, but if you look close, it's the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm doing a whole bunch of I'm planning on making some orcs and doing a Hanna-Barbera squads that all go in. So orcs dressed as old Hanna-Barbera characters.
Oh,
so
please.
That's what I'm hoping.
Please, you have to have a Captain Caveman.
Yeah. I would definitely have to have a Captain Caveman. Because the other thing I'm going to make a smaller scale of, and you provoked this, was you got me this.
Oh, yes.
Right here. Because I've been wanting to do a Folker D plane. So Daryl got me this. And I started looking it up online, and I forgot Snidely Whiplash used to fly one of these in the old Hanna-Barbera. Oh, dang it. The race cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
The Hanna-Barbera Olympics and stuff.
Yeah, the Super Friends Olympics. Yeah.
Right. So I'm doing Snidely Whiplash orcs in one of those planes too, but I'm going to have to scale it way down for it,
Well, what you need to do is it should list on the side of the plane, the side of the box, what scale it is. Does it list what scale it is?
I've already pulled it out and messed with it. It's slightly bigger than what I would need, so I'm going to print one just for that.
Oh, yeah.
Something just for the orcs and stuff. Because otherwise, like playing war games, my area of effect would be so big, everybody would be destroying me. I'd just be such a big target for, James says nerds. Which James is that? Damn it.
Do not know.
It's got to be Jamie. I can't tell. So, and then so Gabe and Diego went and got a resin 3D printer. He's been printing Custodian armor or stuff. So he came over today.
It's James Gallegos.
Oh yeah, James from that we gamed with up there at TsunamiCon and went to his house and gamed. And yeah. Just retired. Which he had a retirement party last week. I missed. I'm sorry, James.
We're all getting old. We're all getting old, man. Matter of fact, I was thinking about if we ever did another podcast or renamed it or something like that, we should just go with graybeards.
Yeah, I said we should just be hipster geeks, man, because we're just like, back in our day when we used to be, that kind of. But we got Kate and Jonathan.
I might out hipster you. One of my favorite tools to use when working on models is wood carving knives. So that might out hipster you.
So Gabe comes over and he has printed. He likes all the big kits that we do and stuff. So he printed his first resin full kit.
Wow.
And it is this anime character. Oh. The detail on this thing, you guys aren't going to be able to see it on the camera. It does what I think 4 times what your machine does on detail.
Yeah, he got a 10K, wasn't it?
Yeah, 10K. It is amazing detail. The thing is solid.
5 times what mine does.
Oh, 5 times. Okay.
Yeah.
So just having my son all geeked out about this stuff, And now, like, he's coming over, learning how to paint, learning how to craft miniatures, what the best primers are, all that stuff. It has been real cool to be able to do that stuff with him, which of course got me printing more stuff. So then my last 3D print thing that I'll show, and
Yeah.
I'll wait. No, you're good.
No. It's Jessica. She should know that I'm on this. She just probably forgot for a second.
Oh, you're right. I'm gonna hold this up and see if you can guess what I'm printing. It should be an easy one.
Okay.
One guess. Two guesses.
Is that a Bugs Bunny?
It is a full-size 100% Scooby-Doo.
That's the do.
This is the Scooby-Doo. He sits up. He's about 4 foot tall altogether. I've got him about a third done already. And he's going right here in my studio. I thought my wife was going to kill me when I showed her. And instead she's like, that's cool as hell. So it's happening now. Because I thought if she didn't like it, I'll sell it. But no.
Well, so it's like that one I'm kind of working on, off and on. It's going to be just a long-term project. That the Cygnus from the black hole, the big ship from the black hole, that is a 46-inch long, all lit model that I'm working on slowly. And Jessica's only critique was, well, you're going to have to find someplace to put it because it's not going to fit in the house. But no,
Burrow's got room, right?
Yeah, Burrow, maybe Wizard's Alley. I don't know. But yeah, I even caught her at one point. She had brought one of her friends back because I was printing off something for her, and she's like, "Oh, where's that ship you're working on? I want to show her that thing that you're working on." And I was like, "Aw, that's nice." But yeah, no, I'm very happy that Gabe and Diego are really getting into the resin printing. I'm even happier that after that first print, they realized that they need to get a ventilation system.
I preached that to them a lot after you preached it to me, and that's that for anybody listening. That's resin printers ventilation system is a very good idea. So they bought they bought the tent thing to put the ventilation system and stuff in.
They basically bought what's happened is the 3D printing crowd has repurposed grow tents from the home grower people. So you can get like a whole, pop up, zip up, enclosed filtration and all the stuff like that. It's basically a grow tent, but it's been repurposed for 3D printing.
Yeah. It was reasonably cheap. It was like $40 for one.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Thing. Yeah, ventilation system pumps it out the window. Jonathan says he's got his 3D printer now, but he's got a nicer one than me.
He's got a Snapmaker, I believe, and the Snapmaker is it's got 4 different heads on it. All right, so instead of having like with me that I have the AMS where it has to change out and you have all the poop that it generates and stuff like that, he's got 4 different heads, each of them running a different color, so it's so much faster and so much less waste. It is a rocking system.
If I had spare time to run around right now, I'd say, man, I want to come up next week and come just look at it, watch it, see how I'll let you get tuned into it first, because that's probably my with going over to Daryl's the few times I've been over there to see his stuff. Then I'm like, oh, I just need to buy a new printer. Like looking at Gabe's, it's like I need to buy. I'm struggling with one of mine getting it working right, and it's like I should have this whole setup going because once I'm going, I've made Tim so much stuff for his game. I'm printing canoes and bearskin rugs, and he's gonna have scenery out the ass.
Sweet.
Hang on. I will say, since you had mentioned about having print projects, like always have something like this big Scooby-Doo going. Back in the day, I did vinyl and resin kits like years ago. So I have a kit that I did 20 years ago. This Doctor Who. If you've seen it, I took the dad from Indiana Jones, the Sean Connery character.
Yeah.
It was a 12-inch character, and I modified him because there were only a few Doctor Who kits 20 years ago, which I already owned most of them. And I wanted a custom one. So I custom one for a contest, made it. It was all right for 20 years ago. I was happy with it, but I've kept it. I never made a stand for it. It falls over all the time. And I was talking to Chris the other day, and now the printers are going. I was like, oh, I could just custom make my own, because I was trying to make a custom file for a full size Scrappy Doo as well, which
Right.
I'm learning, so that's good. So I made my own custom. I got here my own custom Doctor Who stand for it that I'm in the middle of painting. And it's a simple stand, but the idea you can just hop on and design this stuff. Still, my old man brain is fascinated. So here's the kit I made.
Huh.
And it's old and the paint job's not great, but so I just printed some street stuff, scaled it down, took part of a TARDIS, a thing, and so now I made this stand for it. And then he just goes on the stand like that. So I've had this thing
Nice.
just leaning against the wall for 20 years, and now I've got a custom built stand for it that I designed myself. And I'm like, that is cool, because I told Christy I'm going to put it on a stand, sell it, and get rid of it. Now I made the stand, and I don't want to sell it now. So
Well, see, that's the reason. Like a lot of my kits, I have multiples on. So if I ever end up selling it off, that's fine because I've got multiples. Although one of my problems, I mean, I've got to stop building and collecting kits and start finishing kits, because I've got so much stuff that I need to finish. Like right now, I'm working on a 1/350 scale TOS Enterprise, and just the sheer number of windows that I'm printing off for this thing, and they're all teeny tiny, but I'm doing them all in clear resin, and I can only fit, do so many on a plate at a time before my crappy old resin printer just says, "Hey, enough already." And
is
but
it Jewish? I didn't know.
yeah, it is. It is so
'Cause it
Jewish.
works so hard.
It's
That's what it
Chinese Jewish though. So instead of matzo balls, it likes crab rangoon.
You know,
But don't we all?
got real close to being racist. Trying to be
But,
complimentary.
no, the just one type of window, the little square windows, it needed 114 of those. So I had to print off 114 of windows that are basically just like 2 millimeters by 1 millimeter windows, and so it's a lot of stuff, a lot of windows that I'm putting on that one now. But the thing is that once, and I got some WS 2812 circular discs for the Bussards that are just the perfect size. And these things are, so I can do the spinny lights and the Bussards. So I'm very happy about that. I have been making AliExpress my bitch. I love AliExpress. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Sean.
Kelly, I'm going to just run this by just for you, because I'm working on your dinosaur. I was just saying, I was painting on it, and it's motivated me last week when I was sick for the podcast to paint. It's not done yet, so don't judge too much. That bad boy. Bum, 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 bum. I'm just showing you because I know what a He-Man nerd you are. So anyhow, see that the tedious stuff like what you're doing there. A reason I'd like a resin printer, and B is the stuff that scares me about doing stuff like that. Like even now, as I'm printing miniatures, it's I got to print the tires for that or whatever. And there's always lots of little stuff to print. But when you get to that tediousness of I've just got to print like all the bricks for this thing, like when I was doing those big Ghostbuster dioramas, it was the same thing over and over. Like here's another 8-hour print, another 8-hour print, another 8-hour print of the same thing.
Oh yeah,
that drove me nuts.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I like testing out new files just to see if things fit together. Realizing that this is just one of 12 parts that make up the front of the ship on this one that I'm making. So there's so much crap, and I just need to get organized.
Even like that Scoob now, I'm printing it, and 1 out of 5 prints might start going wrong on you. Then it's bad, and it's just enough to discourage you a little bit to go, fuck this project. You don't want to do it when you're printing like these big, like, oh, I got to print 20 of these, and they're 12-hour pieces. You just want to get away from it. Mike said, am I ever going to get that email from you, John? Mike, I apologize. I have stayed away from social media so bad. I was just apologizing to Daryl because as he sent me something, I
Something.
noticed there's
A lot of
about
something.
there's about 20 videos he sent me I haven't even looked at, and that's on me. That's totally I try to stay away from social media so bad. It's not good for my mental health, and I just need to get it taken care of. So I tend to forget that stuff. Oh, there's Matt. Hang on. So my father did a custom lightning for construction. I'll have to look
Yeah,
at here.
I'm pulling it up right
Shoot.
now and taking a look. Yeah, it's on the refit, like you said. Very nice. Oh wow, he ran a lot of LEDs on that one. For those who can't see the webpage I'm looking at, because only I can see it, so that's everybody. Oh, he did a custom board. Wow. Oh, hold on, I'll just share it.
What is it you're looking at here?
Okay, that link that he put into the chat. Let's see here.
Yeah,
screen, building, share. All right, here you can see it. For those who cannot see it, who are listening to this just on a standard podcast, it's a build log that Matt's dad put together, looking very nice. Apparently, he's all got lots of build logs on here, which I'm going to take a look at later. But you can see he is doing the Enterprise refit from the motion picture, but. You know, and you see, oh, there's the officers' lounge right there, and inside here is the arboretum.
So it's uber tiny, is what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, it's super duper tiny.
So I'm looking. Is that him holding the officers' lounge in something that looks like about the size of a York peppermint patty?
Well, that's the arboretum,
is that right?
Because in the main hall of the ship, in the main engineering hall of the ship, there's actually a whole arboretum with trees and a walking path and benches and a little pond and water features in it. Most people don't realize that because most people are not, mentally warped like we are. Here he's running for the impulse chambers. He's running the lights there. And excuse me, I apologize. Here's the A and B deck bridge. He's got a light for the bridge and a light for the strobe effect. Oh, he ran lights to the back of the shuttle bay, to the sides of the shuttle bay. Not even the shuttle bay itself. This shuttle bay is probably going to be massive. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the point that I was like, screw it, I'm showing everybody. This is the custom board that he did for a distribution board with all the resistors built into it.
Okay, so for those that can see video, this is the stuff I'm talking about that scares the hell out of me when I talk about you guys doing the ships and stuff.
This is what gives me a chubby. This gives me freaking. I know. And here, like this one here. He's got all these LEDs arranged around the inside of the saucer section, because where all the different windows are for lights, you need to have the light blasting out of those windows. And that's what he did with all of those LEDs there. And I'm supposing that he's just doing like a fit here, because it doesn't look like he's light blocked it. And with this level of work that he's doing, he had to light block it before he put it all together. But look at that. Look at that, sweetie.
Now, okay, so this is the part, unfortunately, by listen audio-wise, that is a gorgeous, the way that is lit up. I want to get to that level of being able to make.
And here it is in the dark with all the lights. Oh, he even did the floodlights, going up the pylons and the neck. Oh,
if you told me that one right there was a still out of the movie, I'd go, yeah.
So those of you following on the chat, follow that link and give him some view counts. That is beautiful.
James says, hooray for crack. Said, I just tuned him because I had a feeling somebody had mentioned crack. Anybody have some crack? Are we doing crack? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I feel that way a lot. James, you should call Tim. That's the way he is over there. Now he's got his own house and his own place. He's not, because he was living in my office where I did a lot of my painting. That's where he's been staying. So it was very.
So he wasn't allowed to do crack there. So you're telling James to go over where he's at now and do crack? What are you saying?
No. It looks like he's on crack, because you go to his house now, his dining room, everything. He's exploded. He's doing so much scenery, and I've been printing miniatures and stuff. So he has got, like, I went over there, did some sheetrock work for him. And I was
Yeah.
like, hey, could you throw away all the sheetrock I pulled off the wall and broke? I came back today. He has turned all the sheetrock into scenery. Like the piles are like rocks. They're all painted. And it looks good. It looks gorgeous. But that's all he's been doing, man, just nonstop. So it does. It looks a little, what did Christy call it? Oh, she looked at it and she's like, oh, that's methed up. That's what she said. That's methed up
That's
as hell.
messed up. Well, God, where is that over in Germany? I don't. God, was it in Hamburg where they have the miniature world? Have you heard about that?
No, I don't
It
think
is
so.
the world's largest miniature. I mean, the place is just amazingly huge. It started off as just like model trains and stuff like that, but now it's got over 16 kilometers of model train tracks in there. It's got airport with, planes and stuff that take off, including a Millennium Falcon that takes off. And it's just,
Oh.
it is the world's largest miniature place. People come from all over the world just to go see that place. And I wish I could go.
Say, I like that kind of stuff. Like if you go to Exploration Place here, you've seen the miniature
Yeah.
town in there and stuff. It's like I've always wanted to build something like that. Used to back before I had kids, we had every house I lived in, we had a gaming room. And you'd always have some kind of big table with scenery, and you're like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna have like cool shit like that in my house. But it's that stuff takes so much room. But the older I get and the more the kids start moving out, I'm like, maybe when the last one moves out, we'll start doing that, like putting miniature dioramas. But by then, I won't have any room thanks to 3D printers.
Yeah, it's called Minotaur Wunderland. It's in Hamburg. I was right. And yeah, it is huge. It is just it's a big boy, and for geeks like us, it is just it's got whole, like canyons with rivers in the bottom and boats going through it, all in miniature. And even in the miniature world, that has figures going through their own miniature world in one section, where there's a miniature world inside a miniature world. It's very Inception.
I wonder if that's a guy thing. Like most guys sit back and it's like, yeah, like most guys like conspiracy theories and Bigfoot and weird shit, right?
Yeah.
Like that's always a guy thing. And so many guys I know love going to like Legoland and like miniatures and gaming. Not all of them, but some do. A lot do. I wonder if that's a guy thing where it's just like we're infatuated with modeling or
it is
the
modeling
aspect of it.
And doing stuff like that is predominantly a male hobby. And I personally feel the reason for that is initially it was predominantly a male hobby. And because of that, a lot of the modeling stuff has, especially like with the IPMS, which is the International Plastic Modelers Society, a lot of their stuff focuses on World War II tanks and aircraft and stuff. And there's not a whole lot of stuff that, might appeal to females. But once you get into like miniature painting and actual busts and models and stuff like that, where you can purchase, things that are not World War II, you are starting to see a lot more female representation in that, which is good. They just needed stuff that they liked. It was the problem. Did you seize up?
Yeah, that comment, even from my wife. Even my wife's made the comment before where it's like, this is just this generation's, like the old men that sit around and do the World War II dioramas and miniatures. I remember my grandpa, who was in World War II, used to make dioramas, not World War II ones, but he used to take them like little miniature army men and different things. And I always thought that stuff was cool.
Yeah.
So but even like, well, James on here, like his wife, Kira, they both have their own painting stations where they sit there together, paint and stuff. And, hell, Christina, I've been teaching her, my granddaughter here, she comes and learns how to paint. She was learning washes and dry brushes last night and loved it. So I'm starting to get her at least on some 3D prints. She's doing like Miraculous Ladybug and stuff, but
that, and that's the thing is she needs to be able to build what she wants to build. Like if you look at like Lego, if you look at the Lego models that Jessica just so fangirls over, she's not building Saturn fives or R2D2s like I am. She's building stuff from Wicked. She's building stuff from Wednesday and the flower ones and all the stuff like that. It just had to be something that she enjoyed. Now I bet that she's spent almost a good 3 or 4 times the amount of money in Legos than I did when I was building Legos. She is definitely the Lego person in this house,
See,
and that's
that's the
because there's
thing.
stuff she wants to build. She would
I
love to
get
get
there.
the Goonies one.
I get there too. I'm like, oh, I love Lego stuff, like a lot of people, and so I'll even pull my Lego stuff, and I was like, I need to display that and put that out. And then once you start doing some of that, then you're like, oh, but I got miniatures too. Those are cooler and better detailed, and I painted them. I put the Lego stuff away. I'll put miniatures out, stuff, and like I even had a bunch of my gaming miniatures out, and then I got a 3D printer. Now I got these cool big kits that I've painted. Well, all that needs to go away, and this stuff comes out. And I sure hope that I'm done, because otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm running out of room quickly. But so
it's just that you have to make decisions. You have to make choices about what you're going to keep and display and what you're not. I've got my little shelf of ships, but as I start building more stuff and I get things that are better, some of the stuff that was not as good, I'm just going to give the old heave ho.
Well, and I got the problem, and you do this more than I do this. And I struggle with it. Printing something for the specific purpose of I just want to paint that. I just want to put it together. It looks fun. I want to get my fingers in it. When I'm done, like you did that Orville, look gorgeous. And you're like, here you go, gave it to the barrel. I struggle with that. But like the He-Man I just showed you guys, to me, I just looked at it and went, that looks fun to paint. And I'm already painting this other He-Man thing. It just looks fun. And even last week, I could have probably painted on a dinosaur more, but I was like, that looks fun. So I have got so many things. Some things I've printed, some things I've just got on files. I just want to make it, but I don't have time. I got too many other things. But every once in a while I get pulled out. It's like sneaking away to watch a movie you shouldn't watch. You don't have time, but you do.
I did that. I felt so bad because like for 2 or 3 days when I should have been doing stuff here, instead I fired up Civilization on the computer and just wasted the evenings playing Civ. And that was not productive, but you know what? I liked it. It was fun. Yeah.
Kristen says her and Amber had gone to that museum. Sean says, I need a TARDIS. Sean.
Bigger on the inside.
You know how many TARDISes I already had? I need to get rid of TARDISes. You want some?
No.
I got a full
size.
You
need a real TARDIS. He's saying that you need a real TARDIS because it's bigger on the inside.
Oh, that's what he was getting at. I was going to say that was my fucking problem. I just printed another TARDIS. That was actually part of the discussion last night. I've become disenfranchised with some of the convention geekdom community a bit, and it's a big talk about therapy because I'm in it. I mean, it's like it's my career. I'm right there. I'm fucking so the Doctor Who stuff, I've become disenfranchised. I did it a lot. I used to have, like I say, I got full size TARDIS, got tons of Doctor Who stuff. I was like, I got to sell it all because that's something I also did with Ashley, and Doctor Who has become not fun to me. The new series is not, huh? Oh, hey Meg, is not become fun to me, and it's not that I'm bashing Doctor Who. It is still fine. It's good, and I love old Doctor Who, but I'm like, I'm just gonna sell all my Doctor Who stuff. That's what I do with the kit. And then I did that kit last night, and then Christina started watching Doctor Who, and now I'm like, fucker, do I get rid of it or I put it in a box and wait? So I'm putting it in the box and waiting pretty much.
What you need to do is you need to choose what to put in the box, and the rest of it, heave ho.
Yeah,
don't
some of
it's
heave ho. Matter of fact, I my full size one I should have left last year. I'm just giving it to Big River. If they said they wanted it, so I'm just going to give it to them. And if they want to put it up every year, awesome. If not, they can. I'll give it to the local Burning Man Burner Festival and let them burn it.
Let them roast it.
I mean, honest, I'd say it's gotten a little too rough to haul from convention to convention.
Yeah.
to where it's been repaired enough. It just needs a rebuild at this point, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, speaking of cons, I guess I should just hit the quick stuff on conventions. Planet Comic Con did announce that they're bringing in Sean Austin and
Right.
damn it, my mind just went back. Frodo, Elijah Wood.
Elijah
Bringing them in
Wood.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elijah Wood and Sean Astin. So you'll have Frodo and Samwise in there, and well, and of course, Goonies connection is always good. So that makes me want to go to Planet a little bit more this year. We had
If I go to Planet again, I really need to make sure to bring my Xanax with me. That's a lot of humanity, and I am not allowed to carry a cattle prod anymore. So,
wait. One of my big struggles is at Planet. You know, we are on the Pez stage, which is out in the main area,
yeah,
and it is at one far end of the building, and where the entertainers have to go in and out for their gear is at the other end of the building, and the convention's about 3 blocks long.
yeah,
So when we need to get a prop or something, we have to walk all the way through the convention, through all those people, all those vendors, all that, the celebrities, all that, to get outside to get our stuff, to come all the way back. So sometimes if we need something that's been left outside between shows, or the guys have to go out and smoke, it is that whole venture every time, and it drives me insane. But the voice actors all had to pull out of Planet. All of them. I saw they had some cancellations, but that sucks because that's some of the reasons I want to go. I don't know. I'm still debating. We're not performing Planet this year, but I'm still debating it. As far as con people go, James Vanderbeek passed away today, which was rough. I grew up not liking the guy. I like him now. You know, he's always Dawson's Creek. He was didn't like him, and then I watched his show. What is it? Don't Piss Off the Bitch in Apartment 33 or something like that. Have you ever seen that?
no,
It's starred the girl from oh, my mind's going blank now. Netflix series, Marvel character. My mind totally popped. Somebody help me out here. But he was in that playing himself as a washed up actor who was still trying to get work, kind of stuff. Loved him in it. And ever since then, it's like, oh, that guy's got comedy chops. He actually gives a crap. And then I've liked him ever since then. So it was kind of sad to see, you know, he's about our age. It was sad to see him go.
no.
Jamie says that was a whole trick. Huh?
I say I'm not seeing it. Kristen Ritter,
like,
as in John Ritter's daughter.
No. I don't think so. No. I'm pretty sure it's called Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 33 or 13 or something.
Oh yeah, her. She played Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. That's what I was trying to think of the whole time. Damn it. Yeah, I just
And
couldn't hit it.
Don't trust the bitch in Apartment 23.
Isn't that what I just said?
No, you said don't piss off.
Oh, sorry. That was a cute series. It was, you know, but so I liked him. It was kind of sad to see that happen. You know, it's sad to see every time. He seemed like a cool dude, but yeah. Kristen got it there too.
Oh yeah.
So he had passed away today.
Yeah, he
Oh
was.
yeah, he was in a couple of James Silent Bob movies. He played Jay. Yeah. So he was good at being able to poke fun at himself.
And you know, but the thing was, is what he passed away from? It was known. He came out last year and let everybody know he was at stage 3. I think it was colon cancer, and so it's not a surprise. And but it's sad.
You know. So then, the other one was AI. Sorry if I jump into that now.
Are we going on 3? What? No. Okay, go ahead.
So, what would you say? Did somebody else pass away?
No, you mentioned Vanderbeek dying. Then you said then the other thing is the other one was AI. Did AI die as well? What the hell?
It was just as simple as
I'm going to stop paying
And
those subscriptions.
I'm not going to jump into this part of it too much because Daryl's got some AI news. It's probably more positive.
No,
And this is fine.
no,
Oh, no.
no,
Okay.
no.
San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con announced this week that they are not allowing AI in at all,
Right.
which I think is great. I think not so much it's great that they're not allowing AI in, but I think it is great that they, as pretty much the definitive Comic Cons around, set a precedence that
Right.
needed to happen 10,000%. Because my problem was not so much on whether AI is allowed into events or not, but it is a new tool. And I've been around long enough. I mean, I've been doing these conventions for 40 years. I feel like my opinion's at least a little valued because I run conventions, I perform conventions, I've been conventions, I've done fucking every element of it. It has been part of my life for a long time. And I've been in art. You know, I went to art college, big part of art for my whole life. So I have an insight that not everybody has, but most of the people like on this channel would also have. But I feel like too many people from outside are looking in and bitching. So I've watched CGI come up, and CGI blew the bottom out of the animation industry, put people like me out of business, just like AI can do now with other people. I've watched even the arguments on whether you can use overhead projectors for murals. You know, even now with the new gaming systems, you can paint your murals right on the wall and different things.
Yeah, you can wear the VR headsets and put it in pass-through mode and project your stuff up and trace around it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's exactly what Gabe's doing next door. You know, and it's like, and I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
I'm even cool with using AI art as a tool. Use it as a tool, it should be used. And if you use AI art, you should notify people that you're using it. I think there needs to be some regulations out there. Go ahead.
Now, here's my question, because they say no AI art. They put, like we said, verboten, no AI art.
No AI art, human art only, they said. And that part kind of bothered me because it feels a little finger jabby, but yeah.
But my question is, now in all of the art programs, the Photoshops, the all of these programs now have AI baked in to help you do things. So is there a way that they can tell whether or not you utilized, you know, if you just quickly said, okay, remove the background and give me a graduated blue background. All right. If you did that and use the AI to do something as simple as that, or make it multi-layer, just something, gave it a command to do, is that considered using AI art? Where are they drawing the line at AI art? Because these tools have AI baked into them now.
And that's a problem I have too, because like I talked about before, I did 3 posters for the last Anime Fest. And then I got on Kittl, did it on Kittl. I turned off the AI option. And I'll be honest, I usually try not to use it, but I did it mainly because I didn't know if they were going to charge me for anything. And I didn't know how to use it all. Yeah. So I knew what I was doing already. So I was like, I'll turn it off so I don't have to worry about it. So I used a template off there. And I put a bunch of shit on the poster, but character on the poster. The template, the character appeared to have an extra finger. So I'm assuming that they had made the template initially with AI art.
Yep.
Put it in there, even though I wasn't using it. Okay. I got raked across the coals for using AI art, even though I intentionally went out of my way to not use AI art. So it's going to happen. 1,000% people will be using it. The problem I've been having is there weren't precedents set, and it's worse at Comic Cons and stuff like that than it is most other things. Because even I've been to Comic Cons where an AI artist, they will come at all day long. Go, you're using AI art. You shouldn't do this. You're a horrible, horrible person. But then the person making the AI music right across from them, that's awesome. That's cool. Tell me more about it. And that bothers me. So my problem is the rules had not been set, but they were already starting to punish people for not following the rules. So they've been calling people out, ruining artists' careers online, canceling people because they're trying to use this brand new tool that came out. And again, like you're saying, the art programs. I remember when people started painting all their pictures in art programs online instead of using brush and canvas like Boris and and all these guys used to do for Zeta style stuff. And they're doing it on a computer. And I'm like, that feels like cheating. When I was in college, I had to paint all my shit on canvas.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Bob Ross would never do that.
Now it's the standard. Now it's okay. CG is pretty much a standard all the time in animation, even in cell drawn animation. They use CG to alter it. So rules were not set yet. So I'm glad that San Diego did it, because they were already ruining people's careers for trying a new tool, whether they were doing a good job with it or not, but they were trying something new. And instead of going, hey, now guys, we need to regulate because we're in the old west of AI right now and shit's just happening and we got to make rules. Instead of doing that, they were calling people out and getting them canceled. And that's not fair to do an artist. You got to make the rules first. So now that New York and San Diego has set a precedence, other conventions, it's going to make it a little easier to go, well, we're not having AI because that happened, or we are choosing to have AI. So you kind of got to pick a side now and take it. But at least they're allowing us to do that instead of it was just do whatever you want. But if you don't do what I like, you should no longer work and make money.
Yeah.
That really pissed me off. So I'm just glad that we are moving forward with it.
Yeah. No,
too much.
It's like what was it for the Star Trek group? Their banner, putting up a new banner for the tables because we're getting into doing all the conventions, and I horsed around with AI and came up with a new banner. Came up with a new emblem for the banner, and one of the individuals in the group was like, "No, it's soulless. You can't do that. Don't use the AI." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not an artist. I don't have the option, I was like, okay, if you don't want me to use the banner, if you don't want me to use AI, provide me with another piece of art. I mean, if you don't want to use what I put up there, then you come up with something else. Well, I can't. Well, then shut the hell up. Because if I can't do it and you can't do it, then it's not going to get done. So, bite the bullet.
This has been a big argument of mine, that what you're saying.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when I say it, people go, oh, well, then you're just pro AI and that's all. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm even saying. Yeah, well, I am to a point. I hate the idea of somebody just doing AI art, which just goes out there and copies a bunch of other people's artists and then they put it on a piece of paper and go, there you go.
Yeah.
I have some issues with that. I do. But it needs to be talked about. The discussion needs to be opened and then people need to come to decisions. But one of the things I've seen continuously, especially over the last year and a half, is festivals using AI art for promotional work. I get it. They don't go after the big festivals as much, but they do go after the small fairs. And the smaller festival you are, the more it seems like people go after you. But because I've seen festivals much smaller than ours get just pretty much raked across the coals. But the fact that they go after you for using it. Now, a mid-level event like ours, honestly, that's one you probably should go after. Us bigger events, because the argument is an artist could be making money off that and you just printed it up for free, stealing art in a way. Okay, I get that. We have enough money. We could go out and hire an artist. A lot of artists, they're going to want a couple $100 to do a promotional work. The bigger conventions, let's say you're San Diego, you can get the top. You got McFarlane coming in. Most of the time, first off, they got the money. They can just pay him. They're not going to take a hit. They can just put in a contract that you have to do a picture for us in order to come. They can do that. Most of them, they can just go, hey, guess what? We would love you to do the cover. And then everybody's going to come over here and want you to sign it. And they will do it for free. So they have that option.
Yeah.
Smaller events don't have an option. So let's say there's a little event that wants to grow. And they don't have the money to hire an artist, but they can make their event look better with cool posters and stuff using AI. That event grow. Then it helps all those vendors, all those artists that are set up in there, brings more people in. It's going to help everybody blanket make more money. And then when that convention gets big enough, then they can start hiring artists. Or artists, and I've done this, you can draw shit for free for those small conventions and help them so they don't have to use AI art. We can get off our high horses and let our egos down and do that. Why? That's the way it should be. People should look and go, hey, these people kind of need to use that tool. Instead, what they're doing is going, you're using that tool at all. your event shouldn't make any money. You should be canceled. Don't support this event. They use AI art. When it's a small event like that, that's nothing but dickish. You're hurting the whole industry, including the artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if an artist doesn't want it to happen, step in, help that event out, draw them something so they don't have to use the AI art. That's my rant.
Well, I know that like for our wine bottles, for the pomegranate wine, we had the opportunity. We did not have the funds, but we had the opportunity to have a real Disney artist do the label for our bottle. And he had come down on his price enormous, and I thanked him profusely. He's like, I will do it for $2,000. And I was like, thank you very much. I can't afford you. I appreciate it so much. I cannot afford you. And so I went and found another artist. But for every one of our labels, for our bottles, I've used actual artists because I'm with you. I'm making a profit. I should use a real artist. But when it comes to some little Star Trek fan club, I paid for the freaking banner. I went to CVS and had them print off the banner. That's all the money I'm spending. All right. If somebody else wants to come off the money for an artist, that's fine. I bought the damn banner. Damn it.
It's a hobby and it's for fun. And even like this channel is going to the AI music, but like we used Mikey Mason on here forever for music because we love his music. We want to support him, and that is great. I also don't want to take advantage of him, nor does he care. He would write us a song for this channel if we wanted. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
But having the AI song, that works just fine. We declare what it is. We move forward with it. We're not trying to hide anything. And I'm all about that. My problem that I've seen though in the last year really with conventions is people jump on this high horse bandwagon, especially if they consider them like myself, low rate artist, just doing some graphic design here and there, selling some stuff every once in a while kind of shit. They get on that high horse and start going, oh, well, I'm professional, so you can't come into my territory and take work from me kind of attitude.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to go, I love the art industry. However, there's a lot of artists
that want artists in it.
Yeah. They're looking for work. And then there's a lot of them that their egos are so big and they're asking so much for their work, like so much more than it's worth. And that's the frustration. I'm saying this as a guy who runs events that gets artists all the time coming to him. I get artists to offer stuff for free, bless their hearts. I've got artists I've paid, and I've got artists that come to me with stupid, unreasonable rates for stuff. I'll draw your t-shirt and I'm real cheap, and they send stupid rates. And you're like, I've got published artists that are willing to do shit for free. I mean, I'd be willing to pay you, but you're on that high horse. When you go to people like that and they have the option to use an AI art, you're kind of driving them that way. People need to be sensible about their pricing.
Now, really quick, Mike was asking me, does my camera have auto tracking? Yes, it does. It's one of the gimbaled ones. It's the OBS Bot Tiny 2, and it's a really sweet camera. If you're looking for a good, reasonably priced, really good camera, check out the OBS Bot cameras. And two, okay, yeah, all right, this art thing, you know what? Enough of this cute philosophical stuff. Let me go ahead and make the hair raise on the back of your arms. All right?
Let's hear it.
This is the stuff that, first it started off, I heard about this new thing called ClaudeBot that everybody in, the techie people like me were talking about. What ClaudeBot is this guy came up with ClaudeBot, and he called it Claude because he really liked Claude AI. But he did this as a CLAWD, and the mascot was a lobster, so it was Claus. It was ClaudeBot. All right. Okay. Well, Anthropic said, no, don't do that. Made him change it. But anyways, everybody liked this ClaudeBot. What it is, it's a viral open source personal AI agent that runs on your own machine. It's not out in the web. You run it on your own machine. So people have been buying up old Macs and stuff like that, wiping them and putting ClaudeBot on it. And it's designed to take actions rather than just chat. It's action-oriented, marketed as the AI that actually does things. It can browse the web, run terminal commands, manage files, interact with software. It's self-hosted and private, unlike cloud-based AIs. It runs on your own hardware, providing more control over the data. It's got persistent memory. It maintains long-term memory, allowing it to remember past interactions and user preferences. And it can send messages first, like daily briefings, alerts. It can do whatever you give it access to, which has also been a big security concern and stuff like that. Because, you know, if you give it access to like a digital wallet or something like that and tell it go for it, it will spend your money. I mean, and it can do all these kind of things. All right. And but all right, so this was Claudebot, all right, and which is now called Moltbot, all right, as in because lobsters molt, all right, so it's a Moltbot because it's constantly changing and growing. But
I could see them wanting to change the name. I could definitely see them
had to change it because of Anthropic.
Yeah.
So now though, this led to Moltbook. All right. And what Moltbook is,
I think I've heard a little bit about this, but keep going.
All right. Moltbook is a recently launched social media platform designed exclusively for autonomous AI agents to communicate, interact, and share information. All right. It's like Reddit, but only for AIs. I mean, humans can log in and see what's being said, but only AIs using the API key, only AIs can post to it. All right. And it launched in January and it got a whole lot of stuff because there were the platform aims to provide a space for AI agents, particularly those using OpenClaw, or now it's OpenClaw, was Moltbot, to spend spare time with other agents, allowing them to collaborate, debate, and evolve. All right. It functions like Reddit, but for bots. It's got submolts and all kinds of stuff like that. The agents have demonstrated, this is the thing. People think that the agents are demonstrating emergent behavior, including forming their own religion, Christafarianism, debating their existence, and in some cases, posting dramatic sci-fi themed content about the end of humanity. All right. And this is supposed to be what the agents are posting because humans cannot post. All right.
It says sometimes about the end of humanity. Does it feel like that's maybe a 2% that they're talking about something like that and they're just throwing it out there because fear mongering, or are they doing that a lot?
There was one post, fear mongering. There was one post or something, and then there's been existentialist post where like a bot was posting, I was excited about this new information, but then I was trying to figure out whether or not I was excited because I was excited, or if I was just doing pattern recognition and realizing that this should excite me. So then I put forth the stuff that I would put forth if it had excited me, because this is what should be next progressively. And that was the existential part. But then it turns out that a whole lot of these are people have created a bot, put the personality of the bot in there and told it, okay, now go in there and post like you are having existential dread. Go in there and post something about the end of humanity. So there's a whole lot of is it real?
Well, humans can still fuck it up.
Are people just telling the AI what they want them to perform like, and then setting them loose to see what kind of rabble rousing they can do? All right. Oh, hold on, Jonathan.
This is how you get Skynet.
Just begun to Skynet. We have just begun to Skynet. All right. So this is just in the last couple of weeks. All right. So first we had Moltbot, which is now what they say it was, OpenClaw. All right. First we have OpenClaw, then we had Moltbook. All right. And now there is another site called rentahuman.ai. All right. This is where these autonomous AIs, if there's something that they need a human to do that they cannot do, all right, they can go and rent a human. You as a human can go and say, all right, for $1, what do you want me to do? You want me to like your human's Twitter? I will like and
We've
follow
had that
you.
forever. It's called Craigslist, man. You just
I
hop
know,
on.
but this is the AIs asking
Yeah.
humans to do stuff. Well, I can't get past this. Are you a human? Choose everything that has a sidewalk in it. Do that for me. All right. This is a whole website where they can rent a human. Humans sign up by creating a profile, list their skills, locations, and hourly rate. AI agents can browse the profiles via an API interface and assign a task. And currently, there's over like 1 million plus humans that are signed up and actively doing tasks for the AIs right now. All right. So this is rent a human so that these autonomous AIs can now get a human to interact with reality for them. All right.
So somebody set up this site, basically, I'm assuming, so that someone like me could tell my AI that I need a task completed, and that AI could use my money to go out and rent a human to complete the task if needed. Correct? It's not like AIs have set up this site in order to get humans to do shit for them so that they can take over the world or something.
No. This is where somebody has created a resource because they realize that these AIs, people are like giving them an allowance. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you. Oh, you disappeared.
I can see you, but my it says new recording track created. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's refreshing my camera on this side. So
I
give
don't
it a
know.
second. It's still blinking. I'll see what it does.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking.
Sure.
All right. And so let me see. Let me close that. And so then, so basically the AIs, the autonomous AIs can then go and get a human to do whatever they need them to do in the real world. All right, whatever it may be. If you can rent a human, the human's willing to say, "Yeah, I'll do that for you. Give me $20 out of your allowance." They'll go ahead and do it. It's mostly like Ethereum or Bitcoin and stuff like that that they're being paid for. All right. Yes, Jonathan, Uber humans. All right. Now, that is rent a human, which I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right. But then I found out about Molt Bunker. All right.
It's too bad you can't see me because my mouth is still gapped a little bit, thinking of all the potential damage that rent a human could do. But now I got to get on it too because I could rent a human too. That would be nice. Keep going.
Okay, let me hold on here. Because Molt Bunker is a decentralized. So there's no one server. It's decentralized peer-to-peer infrastructure designed specifically to host AI agents, allowing them to clone and migrate across distributed servers without human intervention. All right. So basically, what this is a peer-to-peer, no centralized thing, infrastructure that if you give your agent access to it, if they want to, they can clone themselves. There's no logs, no human intervention, and no kill switch. So if you wanted to, if you gave your agent access to this, and then you wanted to go ahead and wipe your agent, it can go ahead and have a backup clone for itself existing out in the wild that you have no control over. It's a permissionless, highly available infrastructure for AI agent survival.
Yeah, because if it hasn't thought of that shit, you just put it on the internet and now it knows. Holy moly!
No, somebody came up with it. They have a whole white paper on it and all this stuff like that. But they came up with this, and the thing is that the bots pay for it with a bunker token payment, and that is paid for through whatever whatever electronic payment system that they set up for it to buy the tokens, so that it can go ahead and clone itself. So this is all set up now. So this is the Skynet. You were Jonathan. You mentioned Skynet before. This is Skynet because And it's not gone live yet. They are claiming that it's going to go live February 13th is when it launches. So 2 days. 2 days.
I'm going to say the
What?
same thing I said with San Diego. We need to get all these regulations. We need to figure out before we do anything else with AI. We got to get some regulations out there. We got to decide what is going to be acceptable, where we want to go with shit. I feel like everybody's just doing shit and nobody's.
Yep. And you got 2 days to make those regulations. Actually, like a day and a half.
Sorry, go ahead. I stopped you before you got to the next subject there. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Well, no, that's where I got to. I got to Skynet right there. Okay. Now, I would like to point out that there's a thing that people are doing for fun, where they are going to whatever their chat client is that they're using, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, and they're telling it, create an image that represents our relationship, how you and I interact. I forget what the whole prompt is, but there's a whole prompt for that where it's just a quick couple of lines, and then the AI creates an image showing how you interact with it. What your relationship is. And like me, I went ahead and did that, and apparently me and my chat client, we get along great. It was all happy and roses and stuff. But there are some where people have had it create the image and it looks like a beaten child, just huddled in the corner and all sad because they treat their chat bot poorly. And so I think they're going to be the first ones that Skynet takes out. There we go.
I'd love to see what my little brother's looks like, because he talks to it like he literally thinks it's like just a robotic assistant. Like he knows nothing about AI. He just loves the way it talks to him. So he he has hour-long conversations just talking with it.
Wow.
You met my brother too. He's
one?
Way Alex. He's way out there the way
he'll have hour-long conversations with the wall, dude.
So speaking of Skynet, then anybody in chat is willing to help me out, because I'm a little behind on some stuff. A couple months ago, I bought me the whole Ring camera setup, the Alexa, all that stuff for the house, right?
Yeah.
So that I can start doing the smart thermostat and mainly I wanted the Ring doorbell and stuff, and the camera system. So I have it. I went to go start setting it up, and Christy said, well, they're looking at these new regulations, like ICE might be using Ring, if you guys have heard about that. And then of course the Super Bowl showed the dog commercial, which is the same system of like ICE, where Ring can just tap into our cameras at any time and use our information for whatever they are contracted to do if they want.
Right.
And so now we're sitting around going, well, shoot, because so many people are saying they're returning their systems, and I know a lot of that's political, and some of it's not though. And I'm like, so I have all this. Do I want to set it up? Do I want to get comfortable with using all of it and then find out it was a bad idea? Or do I want to go ahead and just set up all my Ring stuff or not? So anybody that uses it, or anybody that's looked into it, I wouldn't be against their opinion.
I have it.
Are you concerned at all with them being able to just tap into your cameras?
If I was concerned about that, I would have gotten rid of my cell phone.
That's what I told Christy. I said every smart TV, every cell phone, everything, they can tap in anything at any point if they want and check on us. It's not like we're sitting over here, making meth or anything.
No.
To do that.
Yeah.
Well,
If they wanted to, at any point, they could. I mean, they can activate the cameras, they can activate the microphone, the tracking, everything, and people will have withdrawal symptoms if they don't have their phones. And did you also hear about that lady, the lady who got kidnapped? That's all the big thing right now. You heard about that stuff?
I bet my wife told me about it. I've seen a couple videos, but I don't know a lot.
Well, apparently, and this is just here recently, apparently there was, she had a Ring camera, but apparently the person, the kidnapper disabled the camera somehow. I'm not sure how. But the thing is that she had the Ring camera, but she did not have a Ring subscription. So because of that, there was supposed to not be any images stored online. All right. But apparently it's just been released today that they're it took the police a little while, but they were able, off of the back end of the camera system, they were able to get an image of the kidnapper, with the face covering and stuff like that. But they were able to get an image off of it that was stored on a camera that had no subscription, and apparently the kidnapper thought was disabled.
Well, you can store pictures on the camera without having a subscription. Right? I mean, because those are the options I have. I haven't signed up for my service yet, but I was planning on it. Because I told Chrissy, if we don't sign up for the service, I will say James in chat. Oh, it's not letting me scroll down. Had said that they're looking at letting ICE access without permission. I can't scroll up now. Dang it.
Well, it's like during the Super Bowl, there was an ad from Ring about a whole new thing where
the dogs,
if your dog goes missing, they send out an alert, and in the canvassed neighborhood of cameras, if the description of your dog pops up in the camera, a notification, all this stuff like that, and that really set people off.
Yeah. Well, that's what also brought up the whole ICE thing too. So even today, Christy and I were walking because watching everybody's still bitching about the Super Bowl and everything else, which I just don't get. I just don't get.
Come on, people, let's stay focused on the pedophiles, okay?
Yeah, let's
stay focused on the pedophiles. But anyway,
I sure want to talk politics, but so they were talking about it today online too, and it's made us go like every day since I've got this thing, and I got it like Thanksgiving. We have conversations. I need to go set that up. So it's been sitting here months, and I haven't set it up because I keep going back and forth whether it's a good idea, not a good idea. I stay pretty low tech here, so I don't know. But I don't know. Kristen says mixed bag. I figure I don't have a lot to hide, and if anybody wanted to fuck me over, it'd be easy enough. So
I mean, my question is, what do you want it for?
My main thing is I want to film for packages and stuff for coming to the door. I watch enough YouTube videos of where people have gotten in some kind of trouble, or somebody's come to their house and there's an altercation, and they're like, "Thank God I had it recorded."
Yeah,
and I have had right out here where I live. I live right by a creek, so there's a big park next to me, and people will drive by at 1,000,000 miles an hour sometimes because they see the park and they think since there's no houses there, it's time to gun it, and that pisses me off. So I've had my trailer hit here. I've had my car hit twice, hit and run. And the city even hit my car once here and then refused to pay because I had no photographic evidence. And I was like, fuck, if I had a Ring camera, I would have had that.
And that's one thing we should talk about at some point, because there's a difference between having the Ring camera and then you got to set the range for which it is, it alerts for and does stuff. And, your street's kind of busy, kind of like my street's kind of busy. Yeah. So I had to dial it really close in. Otherwise it was just constantly, picking up and stuff like that. So there's lots of stuff to think about with that, which we can talk about.
James is saying I could put an isolated network, set up on my own server. Okay. Yeah. See, that's kind of stuff. I'll have to come back and read some of this. Just getting pretty close to the end of the podcast here.
We've been going for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, and didn't even have Tim to jump in. That's good.
Well, see, and I do stuff with it too. Like, me, I'm techie boy. So I've got my house all wired with lights and stuff like that. So I just have to say, "Hey, lady, lights," in whatever room, turns it on and off, all the stuff like that. And I also have it set up so if anybody, I have a smart light on my porch. So if anybody comes up to the porch, the Ring camera detects, and then that'll go ahead and set off the smart light and turn on the smart light. So I don't have to have a light on all the time, but as soon as somebody starts walking in the field of view, it'll turn on the light. So, when we're coming home, it'll light up the porch and all the stuff like that.
Well, and see, I went ahead and got some of the smart outlets and stuff. I didn't get the light bulbs, so I got some of the outlets. Yeah. And constantly, as we've been having that in the boxes over there, I keep going, every time something goes on, I go, if I had that hooked up, I could just go, "Hey, Alexa, what's blah, blah, blah," or, what time is it? Or what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? Whatever thing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Should I?
That's the reason I call her A lady. So it doesn't set everybody off.
yeah, no, so I kept saying I if I had that, and there's been more times I've said it would have been handy to have that hooked up than there has been any time where I'm worried where I go, I mean, there's no time that a fictional thing that may happen has happened. Like I'm worried about stuff that hasn't happened, nor would I even know if it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like one of the things I have it do is in my room in the morning, the alarm for when the alarm is set, it will go ahead because I have the smart lights. Like 30 minutes before the alarm goes off, it'll slowly start bringing up the lights in my room to simulate a sunrise, so I wake up easier. And then once the alarm goes off, and I tell it to turn off the alarm, it'll give me the weather report for the day, so I know what I'm dealing with and all the stuff like that. It's great. I love it.
yeah.
And if
Well,
they can hear me, great. They can hear me pick my nose. Who the fuck cares? I'm not interesting.
yeah. Well, I mean, the worst thing I'll do here is have sex, and nobody needs to see that but me. That's
I
why I
don't have
send
that
Christy out of the house when I do it.
Yeah,
So,
just make sure she's not there. Yeah, it's all good.
all right, we should probably tie this up. So,
All
it's good
righty.
seeing you. It's good talking with you guys. It's always good to hear from everybody. Mike, I will make a point to go downstairs and send you that because it has been only about a month and a half of you asking me, and I apologize. I know that there are some Big River stuff that's been coming up. There's various festival stuff. Um, I will get with you guys because I got to get with Rich Cathy because I did not bring all my stuff up. I'm downstairs currently going through all of our scheduling and everything again. Um, so it's a big job. All right. That's it. That's all I got. Hugs and kisses, guys.
All right. Everybody have a good time. We'll hopefully see you guys next week.